So the Link140 has much the same geometry as our Link95 edition of this little bulge. The 95 in the center kind of begs the question, would it be worthwhile to make this a configuration and save it out of a link part? Don't think so. On this one, the geometry is enough different that I want it to be unique or separate. So still the same types of shapes. All fillets rounds are 10 millimeters. So first thing we need to do is a save as. And whenever we're saving and going to reuse, I want to save as copy and open so that this becomes the Link 140. And then it should ask me if I want to keep the other one open. Doesn't matter if we do or don't, so we'll just keep the original document open. But I am going to look up here in the at the title and make sure that it is the same. All right, so going back to modifier geometry, I'm just going to do a rollback real quick. Grabbing this bar, when you see the little fingers grasping the bar, that will let you pick up that that geometry. All right, so between the two, let's go 95 and 45 would be the 140. And I'm trying not to change the geometry too drastically, but we have the same component shape. Just a quick double check, radius of 8 on the ends. Still assuming 10 millimeters on the web, so that looks pretty good. And the main thing is I don't want to start over if I don't have to. And this geometry is consistent enough that if I go back now and identify the equal slot and just delete that, that will free it up to where our geometry becomes 68, which is going to kick it off the other way. And our position to the new, and I'll try this. Oh, I can't try it. Let's see. Let's Control Z. And I want to see if I can grab this and put it back to the other geometry. Alright, so 12, and it shifts over a little bit, and now 68. So when that works, it works well. If it doesn't work, I'm not going to fight it. It's just gonna, I'm just going to delete that that dimension and be done with it. All right, so for this end, also 12 to the center. And then, well, actually we could try that again. So I'm going to highlight the dimension, grab the grip at the end. And last time I went to the center point, that looks like it's, I'm not sure what it's grabbing there. So I think the center point's the safest there. And then we'll just put a dimension for the overall of 18. And let's see what is able to move. All right, so in this case, instead of making the slots equal, we just want the arcs. No. Did I pick up a, yeah, I picked up an inferred relation, so one more Control Z to clear that out. And we'll set those to be equal. All right, so that looks good. And then we're not ready for the fillet. We need our new sketch. And that one has a radius of 10, so I'm just going to do the circle thing here. And we'll put our two pieces of geometry. And I'm okay with sharing this this sketch. So 20 millimeters, and the through still carries out the 10 millimeter for the slot. And I'm going to make sure that that is horizontal before we put our dimension. Oh, we have the 95. So we'll go 95 from whole center to whole center. Alright, now when we go to create this shape, we'll rotate over, see what we get. Let's see, if I right click, I can go into the extrude and it rotates back for me. I want to go to reverse the direction. It doesn't give me a up to next, but through all looks like it'll work. If through all doesn't work, then I would go up to surface, and a lot of times I'll go up to surface or up to vertex just because it's a dedicated selection that that we've made. All right, and then I want to share this sketch. So expanding out, highlighting, going into the features, extrude cut. Now on the selected contour, I'll just delete out the sketch. Make sure to pick the circle, tell it to go through all, and accept. All right, when we roll forward to the fillet, then I'm going to have a couple of more to add. So when I pick that one, it adds the other 3, and that looks pretty good. So go into our properties. This one now is D, and everything else stays the same, so we'll just reapply that, save it, and we're ready for some pens.